Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is NURUL AZMAN and I will presenting about introduction of Local Agenda 21. A program called Local Agenda 21, LA21, encourage collaboration between the public, private sector and government sector in order to plan and manage the environment in order to promote sustainable development. In all of these packets, including the economic, social, and environmental ones, the number 21 denotes the 21st century. In June 1992, a total of 178 heads of state, including Malaysia, attend the Earth Summit Conference in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to prepare the World Action Plan for Sustainable Development. This plan is known as Agenda 21, an agenda to achieve sustainable development in the century 21. The Agenda 21 is divided in 4 sections: social and economic dimension, conservation and management of resource for development, strengthening the role of major groups, mean of implementation, and 40 chapters, the latest structure by basis for action, objectives, activities, and means of implementation. Chapter 28 is about local authority initiative in support of Agenda 21, which, due to many problems and recommendations recommended in Agenda 21, rooted in local activities. The participation and cooperation of local authorities is decisive factors in fulfilling its objective. One of the objectives of Local Agenda 21 is local authorities are asked to take a positive approach in implementing Agenda 21 towards local level development. Other than that, the characteristic Local Agenda 21 is formulate a sustainable future vision based on agreement, consensus. That's all from me. Next, I will pass it to the next presenter. Thank you.
I'm SYAHRINA and I will be present about implementation by Kuala Lumpur City Hall Dbkl for Local Agenda 21. Kuala Lumpur was designed as Malaysia capital and biggest city. Kuala Lumpur has grown in importance and is now involved in a variety of industry like finance, administration, education, religion, culture, and sport. Since 1 April 1961, Kuala Lumpur municipal matters have been managed by a single entity, the Commission of Capital. When Kuala Lumpur was granted city status on February 1, 1972, it was changed into Mayor of Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur LA21 is a program that encourages the party, local government, and the public. The commercial sector collaborate in planning and managing the environment in order to achieve sustainable development and a greater quality of life. LA21 KL is being implemented in accordance with the Kuala Lumpur Sector Plan 2020, which aims to establish Kuala Lumpur as an international commercial and financial center, create an efficient and a balanced city structure, improving the living environment from a characteristic identity and image of the city, and have efficient and effective governance. Overall, the vision and goals for Kuala Lumpur has been developed to ensure that the city may attain a balance of physical, economic, social, and environmental factors. Furthermore, in terms of implementation, LA21 in Malaysia began in 2000. 4 local governments have been chosen as leaders to start up this ambitious program: Petaling Jaya Municipal Council, Kuantan Municipal Council, Miri Municipal Council, and Kerian District Council. Other local governments involved, the 4 selected local authorities are charged with ensuring that the LA21 program is implemented in Malaysia in a way that meets of the purpose and objective of its establishment. Besides that, the implementation of LA21 has become a government policy and beginning in 2004. All local authorities in Malaysia were directed by the Ministry of Housing and Local Government to form the LA21 committee at the local authority level. The necessity to form the LA21 committee is to allow government expressions to be increased nationwide through the implementation of the LA21 program. However, the analysis and study conducted shows that the implementation of LA21 has successfully mobilized and involved 3 major parties, namely local authority, resident, and private companies, in order to plan and manage their surrounding area. for sustainable development and to improve their quality of life. That's all from me, thank you. And the next presenter will be Nur ASMIDA.
My name is ASMIDA binti SAMSUDDIN. Moving on into my part, which is program established by the Kuala Lumpur City Hall Dbkl under Local Agenda 21. First initiative of program by Kuala Lumpur City Hall Dbkl to address the Local Agenda 21 was launch a free school bus program for the school season from 2023 until 2024. This program was operated by Datuk Ibrahim bin Yusuf, Dbkl's Executive Director of Socio-Economy Development. This LA21 program was an effort for the local council of Kuala Lumpur to help students who are in the category of household with less economic ability and for students from primary until secondary school. Besides, this program is also reserved for students living in Dbkl low-cost private housing. Dbkl contribute Rm23 million every year for this program, which include 900 school buses. Since 2017, this program has only involved 9,704 students in public housing and People's Housing Projects (PPR. Anwar Muhammad Zain, Director of Dbkl's Community Development and Urban Wellbeing Department, predict that expanding the service to assist two low-income groups will involve 415 existing and new school bus operators in Kuala Lumpur, benefiting 15,128 school students. In order to fulfill the program aims, Dbkl has invited more Kuala Lumpur school bus operators to participate. Second initiative of program by Kuala Lumpur City Hall Dbkl to address the Local Agenda 21 was launched campaign that aimed to reduce the use of single-use plastic in Kuala Lumpur and can indirectly produce citizens who cultivate the practice of recycling all the time. At the initial stage of introducing this program, its implementation was only focused on Dbkl employees before it was expanded to the entire federal territory of Kuala Lumpur. There are several actions that will be taken under the Zero Plastic campaign. First, a ban on the use of single-use plastic products as food packaging in Dbkl premise, such as in Menara Dbkl from December 2022. Single-use plastic will be prohibited on all Dbkl buildings as part of the City Hall's attempts to eradicate the use of non-biodegradable materials by 2030. The restriction also include eaters in Menara Dbkl 1 and 2 on Jalan Raya Laut as well as Menara Dbkl in Kampung Baru. Datuk Bandar Datuk Seri Mahdi Cengah said this initiative is also cultivated among council staff the habit of being responsible for the use of single-use plastic. Therefore, Dbkl employees can be an example to other Kuala Lumpur citizens before a similar program can be expanded to the rest of city. At the same time, the Mayor introduced the online trash-to-cash system, which will be used on the recycle reverse vending machine, also available at Menara Dbkl 1. RRVM is a joint initiative between Dbkl, MBank Group, and Ori Engineering Sdn Bhd. MBank Group has been pleased to implement CSR under MBank Sustainable Initiative. This joint venture with a circular economy concept is in line with the Sustainable Development Goals, which involve the role of the private sector. The next initiative of program by Kuala Lumpur City Hall Dbkl to address the Local Agenda 21 was the Environment Division of Department of Health and Environment Dbkl together with SW Corp Kuala Lumpur Federal Territory and Alam Flora Sdn Bhd held the KL Bersih Indah program with the local community in the neighborhood of Taman Genting Kelang Jalan Mata Air. There are 5 program action. The first one, the local community has been given warnings and advice for proper waste disposal procedures. The second one, which is an engagement season, and reprimands have been made to 30 households around the neighborhood so that they do not throw garbage in inappropriate place. Next, Dbkl together with SW Corps has given reminders notice to all the neighborhoods to disposal of rubbish in the bins provided. Besides, the installation of a banner banning littering in appropriate place has been done by SW Corps. And the last one, which is AFSB, has collected garbage piles around the neighborhoods.
Hello, my name is Norsahiran. In this part, I will explain about the challenges faced by Dbkl during the implementation of Local Agenda 21. There is many programs that have been implemented by Dbkl from time to time. And of course, there is issue that come around to make this program successful, in which the involvement and collaboration of local authorities is crucial to achieve the objective of the program. As the first challenge is to make sure the local authority and private sectors to cooperate. Not just that, lack of public awareness on the value of Local Agenda 21, and thus people are not completely comprehend on what is Local Agenda 21. However, to make the implementation of Local Agenda 21 is successful, the local authority and private sector must play their role and work together with Dbkl. Next, we go to second challenges.
Greetings to Dr. Heidi. My name is FADZREEN binti ZAMANI. My student ID 2021107-685. I would like to present my part, which is the second and the last challenges councils face in implementing LA21. The first challenge is lack of teamwork among employees. There were issues lack of teamwork among the employees at Kuala Lumpur City Hall Dbkl on the early stage. In order to ensure the successful execution of joint ventures between local authorities, local community and commercial sectors, PBT, which is the local authority, plays a crucial role in coordination. To ensure the ministry's objective that all local authorities adopt LH1 within their respective administrations, local authorities should be highly motivated. There are some who reject the acceptance of LH1's responsibilities among the departments or units in Kuala Lumpur City Hall, Dbkl, just to lead the implementation of LH1. As a result, acceptance in the implementation of LH1 by Dbkl is not entirely unanimous. The hiring of personnel to carry out the LH1 implementation policy is too significant, since it is considered to add to the workload of the relevant units or departments. The leadership of a local authority must be strong and recognize the reality of LH1 implementation, which necessitates the creation of department or unit inside the organization to serve as the department or unit in charge of LH1's implementation. The units or divisions chosen should establish a committee at the local authority level by coordinating the implementation of LH1 across all units or divisions. Thus, in the early stages of LH1, the citizens of Kuala Lumpur City Hall Dbkl implemented the denial of responsibility. And the last challenge is financial problems. Financial problems are the cause of LH1 Local Agenda implementation challenge that KPKT, Ministry of Housing and Local Government, has received. It is immensely challenging since LH1 special allocation is insufficient to pay the budget for its execution. Due to this, Dbkl has to come up with its own funding to ensure the success of LH1 program. Regarding to the 4 local authorities which initiated the LH1 project in Malaysia, KPKT offers exceptional startup arrangement, although the local authorities concerned must find additional funding to postpone the implementation of LH1. In regard to the fact that the private sector's financial contribution is crucial to the successful implementation of LH1, it is important to place a strong emphasis on comprehending LH1. Lack of funding makes it difficult for the local authority to be established and to move forward through the LH1 committee if the private sector does not comprehend the local level goals of LH1. The LH1 implementation policy is founded on strategic collaborations between the entities concerned, especially the private sector with financial capability may contribute to LH1 implementation, which all entities involved need to be understood. As a result, it is the duty of local authorities and the LA21 committee to entice the private sector to participate in the implementation of LA21, particularly in the context of being prepared to contribute financial resources to realize the desire to develop a balanced, healthy society and create a supportive and sustainable environment.
In conclusion, this program was about assessing the implementation of local Agenda 21 programs in Kuala Lumpur City Hall, which is Dbkl. According to the research and analysis, Kuala Lumpur City Hall has been helped to achieve sustainable development through the LA21 action plan. Be able to prevent problems or challenges such as stated in the analysis, which is lack of teamwork among the employees and collaboration between local authorities and private sector. It can be avoided from the start for the successful implementation of local Agenda 21 or programs carried out under LA21. Implementation of LA21 ought to be done and undertaken with preliminary and extensive preparations. A free school bus program known as My School Bus and Zero Plastic campaign can be used as an example of a program that is currently being implemented and that has successfully surmounted obstacles throughout time in order to meet all LA21's goals. In terms of implementing LA21, these two programs ought to serve as one of the examples and models for other local governments. Being the primary foundation for creation is crucial. The programs being implemented in the analysis have demonstrated that there is an improvement in understanding, mindsets, abilities, aspirations, and behaviors connected to sustainable development on an annual basis among those involved, namely between the public and the private sectors.